there, and welcome back to Dakota News Now. Now time for another edition of Owning Your Outdoors, and joining me as always is Doug Schroeder from Lewis. And Doug, I think this is typically, well, one of everybody's favorite ones for the year, right?
It is. It's everybody's favorite. It's time to get outside, put our containers together for the year, and be imaginative, put new things together. And so we're going to be talking about thrillers, fillers, and spillers today.
And so one of the most important things you say is to make sure that you pick out a really good thriller, right?
Thriller is the focal point of any container, and that you want to make sure that you have something that is stunning, that's going to stand out, and truly be a thriller of the container. So if that's where you maybe want to spend a little bit extra money, get something that is of some considerable size and that will really set the whole container off.
And we have like some examples here for you, but this is by no means like set in stone. Like be creative, be imaginative.
Be creative. Right? I try to do different combinations every year, so I can experiment with new plants and come up with information to share. Yeah, we have a lot of different combinations here today, but one thing that I want to start out with stressing to people is the foundation of any container you put together is the soil. Get a good quality soil to start out with.
Don't skimp out on it, right?
No, don't skip out. Don't go cheap. Get something that's going to really nurture your plants the whole season long.
So some of the examples you have, like this one you call the All-American, right?
I call it the All-American. It's got the combination of spike, geranium, and vinca vine. Very traditional All-American container. You'll see that a lot throughout the cities.
And it's nice, you know, the vinca vine kind of spills over, right? Kind of adds just a little bit more texture, a little more pizzazz.
Yes, that's a spiller, and that's something that's tried and true, holds up to the South Dakota weathers, and I always encourage the people that want a low maintenance combination, perfect.
What other examples do you have?
This is one I put together myself. The thriller here is dahlia, and then I combined that with some super bells and some super petunias. So just very simple, only 3 different plants in the container, but I think it looks very good together. One that I wanted to point out too, using a calla lily mixed with coleus and some super bells. Really only 3 plants in this one too, but it looks significant, something that will stand out with your neighbors.
So whenever you're picking out your thriller, your filler, your spiller, do you kind of want to pick some that kind of enjoy the same type of sun, the same amount of water?
Yes, exactly. Both examples I showed you here are sun. I have an example down below here, that is shade. It's got a caladium, it's got croton, super petunia, polka dot plant, dahlias, just a number of different things that love the shade. So yes, I know everybody wants to pick out something that's pretty, but make sure you pick out something that's going to thrive in your climate that you're going to be planting it in.
Well, the container, also important too, right? You don't want to get too small of a container.
No, I always encourage people to go large. It'll stand out. Couple small containers out inside of a big house, no impact.
And there's no real wrong way to do it, right?
No, have fun. If you like it, that's all that counts.
And so we're talking about this today, but later on in the season, we may have a couple of twists, right?
Yes, we're going to come back to it, but in that segment, we're going to talk about some unusual combinations, some things that people don't really think about putting together, but some fun things.
Something that you've been putting together in the lab, right?
That's right, that's right.
All right, Doug, thank you so much. We're going to have all this information online at dakotanewsnow.com after the show. Make sure you stick around. We still have a lot for you coming up after the break. And to piggyback on top of that, you can watch previous episodes of Owning Your Outdoors anytime. Just download the Dakota News Now app on any of these streaming platforms. And now we're going to be back after that break.